So I'm getting over the flu, which has made its rounds in Florida and finally caught me. But it's not going to take me down because I'm a survivor. But something happened in the last couple days that I had to share because it was such a reminder of the faithfulness of God, that He is in us, He is with us, and He is for us. So rewinding in my story, in 2009, I had orthognathic jaw surgery. Surgery did not go as planned, took longer, there were complications. Then when I finally got home, I got dehydrated, was rushed back to the hospital, and I had a really bad experience with the surgeon, the doctors trying to get an IV in me to get the fluids I needed into my body. I ended up being 16 times they tried to get an IV, even to the point where at one time the chair that I was sitting in was angled backwards and they're trying to get the veins in my neck. It was a rough, tough experience. So since then, it's now like 11 years later, I've always been nervous and afraid to have blood drawn. Hello, getting stuck with another IV. So normally when I know I have to have blood work, I have a friend or a family member go with me, they're holding my hand, I mentally prepare, I prepare for it because of that experience in 2009. Well, when I went to the doctor this week to finally figure out what was going on, I had to get some blood work done. And I didn't know about it in advance. So when the nurse came in, she said, okay, I'm gonna draw some blood. I immediately thought, do not panic, Emily, do not panic. I was by myself, I didn't have anybody to squeeze their hand. Inside, I was pretty nervous. And then when she went to find the right vein, she went right above this tattoo. You can kind of see the little spot right there. But this is my Yeshua tattoo. It's the one that I got in 2019. And it's to remind me that Jesus is King. Yeshua, Jesus is King over all. He is in control. One of my goals at the end of my life, that people look back and say, Emily, man, she was a girl who loved Jesus first and most. So that was my reminder. But immediately when she went to put that IV in, the needle to draw the blood, I looked at that tattoo and I said, you know what? Jesus is in me, He's with me, and He's for me. The next day I read in Psalms 18 the verses, He reached down from on high and took hold of me. He drew me out of deep waters. He rescued me. Later in verse 19, He brought me out into a spacious place. He rescued me because He delighted in me. Verse after verse. Verse 29, with your help, I can advance against a troop. With my God, I can scale a wall. As for God, His way is perfect. The Lord's word is flawless. He shields all who take refuge in Him. For who is God besides the Lord? And who is the rock except our God? It is God who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He causes me to stand on the heights. He trains my hands for battle. My arms can bend a bow of bronze. You make your saving help my shield, and your right hand sustains me. Your help has made me great. You provide a broad path for my feet so that my ankles do not give way. Such a reminder of the promise that God is in us, He's with us, and He's for us. And you don't have to have a tattoo to remind you of that, but in that moment, man, looking down and seeing, you know what? Yeshua, He is with me. And just having that reminder that day, it was a huge help in me conquering a fear, but also remembering that my God is in me, with me, and for me. So no matter what you're facing today, whatever fear, whatever thing that makes you nervous, that you're unsure about, remember the words in Psalm 18, and that Jesus is in you, He's with you, and He's for you. He's fighting for you, warrior friend, and He arms us with strength.